The Mercedes-Benz EQB SUV is not your typical luxury vehicle. It's an electrifying adventure waiting to happen. With its smooth flowing lines, its rugged looks, its go-anywhere capability, it's a vehicle that's designed to take on the back of beyond. Join me as I embark on a 1,000-kilometer journey from Goa to Kanyakumari along a neat coastal road that is going to take me through places like Malpe, Bekal, Kochi and Varkala. It is the ultimate coastal adventure. Before I get started, let's get to know the EQB 350 a little better. This outstanding electric SUV boasts an awe-inspiring design. To start with, you've got the nice black panel front grille with the large Mercedes logo that looks absolutely stunning. Add to that, you've got the gracefully integrated LED light strip that runs across the front, and it lights up really nice. The full-width LED lighting elements at the rear emphasize the SUV's width and give it an added touch of class and bring out that opulent look that Mercedes is known for. The EQB rides on 18-inch 5 twin-spoke light alloy wheels that are finished in a high sheen finish, and they not only add a touch of class, but also enhance the aerodynamics. Step inside and you're greeted with a rather opulent cabin. The EQB boasts of having Artico man-made leather upholstery that welcomes you into a world of luxury. The sporty steering wheel with steering-mounted controls makes it easy for the driver to access a plethora of information on the dual-screen setup EQB comes with. You also got the MBUX system, which is the Mercedes infotainment system that allows for connectivity and access to a plethora of vehicle information that makes life rather easy. Topping it off, the EQB also gets ambient lighting that sets the perfect mood for the adventure ahead. While it does offer 3-row seating, I will be using it with the last row folded down so that I have ample room for my luggage. Well, the EQB does come with a rather spacious cabin, and it is a 3-row SUV, but I've got the last row folded down so I can get my bags in here. I'm obviously all set for my adventure, and I'm really looking forward to taking the EQB out to my first destination, which is Malpe. It's about a 315-kilometer run, and I believe that the EQB can do it on a single charge with no trouble at all. Well, I've been driving for about 70 kilometers so far, and I finally made my way to the South Goa roads. Out here, there are beautiful stretches of road, extraordinary tarmac, and it just looks so stunning outside my windshield. Of course, the temptation to pull over and park is always there, but I do have a timeline to stick to, and I am heading to a rather beautiful stretch that I'm looking forward to being at. The EQB has been holding up just fine. It's such a comfortable vehicle to drive. I think the ergonomics are perfect. The way you feel just being seated here in the driver's seat is something that definitely wins you over. The EQB's true prowess lies in its performance powered by an electric drive system that delivers dynamic acceleration and efficient cruising. Its 2 electric motors can generate a combined power of 292 horsepower and an impressive 520 Newton meters of torque. The 4MATIC with torque shift intelligently distributes torque to the front and rear axle as required, providing excellent traction on diverse terrains. Furthermore, when you're not using drive power, the electric motors convert kinetic energy into electrical energy, which is then stored in the lithium-ion battery pack that the EQB is fitted with. This allows the EQB to achieve a WLTP range of up to 423 kilometers on a single charge, making this vehicle ideal for long road trips like the one I am on. Well, it's been about 3 hours since I've been on the road and left Panjim behind. And frankly, the only reason I've stopped is to soak in this beautiful sight of Galjibagh Beach. It is such a stunning beach, and I just couldn't miss making a pit stop over here. As for the EQB, it's been a really comfortable ride this morning, and I've really had a lot of fun being behind the wheel. Galgibag, nestled in the picturesque landscapes of Goa, is a tranquil oasis that beckons travelers seeking respite from the bustling world. The serene haven is a lush green paradise where swaying coconut palms, vibrant flora, and meandering waterways create a harmonious symphony of nature's beauty. What truly sets Galgibag Beach apart is its role as a nesting ground for the olive ridley sea turtles. Every year, these ancient mariners return to the very shores where they hatched, continuing a cycle that spans generations. Back on the road, I have my navigation set for Bekal, and I'm doing good time through these winding coastal roads. Of course, the breathtaking view that is unfolding in front of my windscreen is extremely tempting, and I have had the urge to pull over and take photographs, but I also have to make it to my destination in time. Crossing over into Karnataka, I have covered a distance of 115 kilometers, and the EQB 350 is currently displaying a range of 200 kilometers. I know that this run on a single charge might just be pushing my luck, but I have timed my drive so that when I do break for lunch, I will have ample time to charge without having to make an additional pit stop for that. Well, I've covered over 200 kilometers now, and I am in the back of Beyond, so I thought I'd pair up my charging needs with a break for lunch. And I found the perfect spot out here in Honavar where they've got this nice fast charger unit outside a great restaurant. So 2 jobs in one. It's about planning your time. I think owning an EV and driving an EV long distance is all about planning your stops and try and coincide your charging along with something else that you would do. In my case, it was lunch. And I think that saves you time on the road and you can top up your vehicle and be good to go. Marvante Beach is a captivating coastal gem nestled along the southwestern shores of India. What sets this pristine stretch of coastline apart is its mesmerizing duality. On one side, you have the turquoise waters of the Arabian Sea, while on the other, the serene Suparnika River flows alongside the road, creating a breathtaking symphony of contrasts. The panoramic drive along the coastal road offers a front row seat to this captivating spectacle. So I'm almost at my destination for the day, which is Malpe, and it's been a beautiful run so far. I set out from Goa at 7 in the morning and I've made my way all through Goa, through the northern part of Karnataka, and I've not had to fret about running out of charge. In fact, the charging network seems to be pretty good out here too, because I managed to find a place in Honavar. But the additional tidbit of information that I want to share with you about the EQB is this little display over here that's telling me that I've got 49.8 kilometers as bonus kilometers since I set out. So basically, with all my driving and with all the regen, it works out to 49.8 kilometers that have been added on to my overall range. So I think that that's a neat touch. It's a very cool display to have, and an interesting bit of information about driving an electric vehicle like the EQB. Well, in Malpe, I'm looking at tucking in for the night. It's a beautiful beach town, so of course catching the sunset would also be my top priority. I have found a quaint little place to tuck in for the night, and I do have the beach right in front of me, which makes this for an ideal setting to unwind and relax while soaking in the stunning evening view. Today my destination is Bekal. It's a 120 kilometer run. It's not a very long distance, but it is on my to-do list predominantly for the fort that is out there. It's a stunning piece of architecture and it's one of the top places I wanted to visit on my coastal run. It is a rather scenic drive from Malpe to Bekal, and I have managed to do the run in good time. The roads are narrow and there are a few stretches where I did encounter some broken tarmac, but overall it was an enjoyable drive and the EQB did its bit to keep me pampered despite the balmy weather. I have finally made it to Bekal Fort. This is a medieval fort that was built in 1650 AD and has the appearance of being a structure that looks as though it is emerging from the sea. It is the largest fort in Kerala and is built from laterite, a porous stone that gives it its look. The fort covers close to 40 acres and sits right on the coast. Listed amongst the famous people who use this fort is Tipu Sultan. It was a special military station of great importance to him when he set out to dominate the Malabar region. It has its place in Bollywood too, for Bekal Fort is the stunning location where Arvind Swamy romanced Manisha Koirala in the song Tu Hi Re from the movie Bombay. It's been quite a day out here at the fort, and now I'm really looking forward to getting to my hotel. After all, I found a hidden gem that matches the style, sophistication, and opulence of the EQB. Welcome to the Lalit. This exquisite resort is tucked away in a beautiful spot that gives you access to the beach as well as views that overlook the lagoon within the property. Not only is it an ideal place to holiday, there are ample opportunities here to enjoy the outdoors. Whether it is a walk on the beach, or playing in the water, or going kayaking in the backwaters, you have it all. Might I add that the food here is to die for, and you get that traditional Kerala cuisine cooked to perfection. So it's been an early morning start for me this morning as I've set out from Bekal. I've got to cover 351 kilometers all the way down to Kochi. So it is one of my longest driving days in terms of kilometers and range, as well as the fact that it is a narrow road and a slow going road with a lot of traffic. So that is also adding to my drive time. Of course, I managed to charge the EQB last night and get it up to a full top up. So I have a full range going for me. About 391 kilometers is what it's showing me. So I think I should be able to do this drive easily on a single charge. Unlike the roads in Goa and Karnataka, the northern part of Kerala seems like a different world. Gone is the nice layer of tarmac, and it has been replaced with patchy bits that I have to be extremely careful to drive on. While my day was going to be slower than yesterday, I did have an exciting bit of driving to do as a small diversion to Muzaffarnagar beach, which is located a short distance before Kannur. Driving on Muzaffarnagar beach is a thrilling and unique experience. It is the longest drivable beach in Asia. The wide expanse of firm sands offers the perfect playground to test the Mercedes-Benz EQB's agility and performance. As I navigate the beach's undulating terrain, the crashing waves on one side and the endless horizon on the other create a sense of exhilaration, making it a must-do adventure for any road trip enthusiast. However, it is essential to respect the local guidelines and the environmental considerations while enjoying this exciting drive. I am glad that I am in an electric vehicle doing this and driving down this stretch, because I know that I'm doing my bit not to contribute to the pollution out here. Alright, so I had my bit of fun back there, but I do have a long drive to complete today, and it is a narrow road that is also littered with potholes. I've been bouncing around for quite a bit, but the EQB has been doing a fine job of keeping me comfortable. Clearly that suspension setup is built to handle the rough stuff, yet keep passengers nice and comfy. Since I set out this morning, I've managed to cover a distance of 250 kilometers so far, and this includes the bit of beach bashing that I enjoyed. The EQB is still showing a range of about 150 kilometers, and I'm currently about 100 kilometers from my destination for the day, namely Kochi. Frankly, I think I'll make it without having to stop to charge. After a rather grueling drive yesterday, I finally made it out to Kochi. It was quite the distance, but I managed to do it in good time, and the EQB held up just fine on those pothole roads. Now, Kochi is a city that's really worth exploring, thanks to the Portuguese and Dutch influence that has built this city. It is a rather endearing city to go out and explore. Located on the coast with a stunning harbor that you can sit and stare at for hours, Kochi is an extremely neat city that boasts of great markets, fantastic shopping, and of course some brilliant eateries. Having said that, the number one destination in Kochi to enjoy an afternoon off is Fort Kochi. Steeped in history and brimming with cultural charm, Fort Kochi is a captivating neighborhood. With its well-preserved colonial architecture, cobblestone streets, and an eclectic blend of influences from Portuguese, Dutch, and British colonial eras, the air is infused with a palpable sense of antiquity. Having said that, it is here that you can find some fantastic restaurants to dine at, and that is exactly what I had in mind. With an afternoon well spent, I thought it was time for some additional TLC with a bespoke twist. And for that, I'm heading out to Mercedes-Benz Coastal Star out here in Kochi. Mercedes-Benz Coastal Star in Kochi is a 3S Mercedes-Benz center that offers sales support, service and spares. The facility is a vertically integrated setup that can service up to 10,000 vehicles a year and is spread across 4 floors with a total square foot of 50,000 square feet. The facility also offers free DC fast charging to Mercedes EQS and EQB customers. While the EQB charges for free, I have helped myself to a nice cup of coffee at this 5-star setup as I get a tour to the facility. Well, it's been a fantastic pit stop out here at Coastal Star, and I'm all set for tomorrow, where I make my way to Varkala from Kochi. It is a bit of a drive, but not as long as what I had to do yesterday. And the EQB is all juiced up and ready for this part of the coastal adventure. This part of my trip is rather scenic, as there are parts of the road that run right next to the coastline, offering a brilliant panoramic view as I make my way further down south. Key highlights of my drive include the stretch near Thani Beach, which has the Arabian Sea on one side and the Grand Paribur Lake on the other. It is as picturesque a location as they come. I pull into Varkala for a pit stop, and after having covered a good 172 kilometers of my journey, Varkala offers the ideal place to enjoy a leisurely afternoon break. For a grand view, I highly recommend a visit to the Varkala helipad, as you can look out over the cliffs and enjoy the view of the Arabian Sea. It also makes for the postcard perfect selfie point. Varkala is a bustling tourist destination, and if you happen to be a foodie like me, then a must visit is a village that is perched along the edge of the cliff, and it is filled with great places to eat. Finding the cuisine of your choice shouldn't be a problem. As for me, I'm looking for something exotic, and I think I found it at this restaurant called Cafe Del Mar. It's been a good break out here in Varkala, and at this point, I've covered 970 kilometers on my epic coastal run. Needless to say, the EQB has proved to be an amazing adventure vehicle and a vehicle that's just suited for this trip. I do have one night to go before I hit my final destination in Kanyakumari, and I am looking forward to doing that run tomorrow. So today is my last day with the EQB, and it's my last leg of the adventure as well, as I make my way from Varkala to Kanyakumari, which lies about 140 kilometers from where I am currently. It's going to be sad to see the EQB go, but nevertheless, it's time to get going on this last leg of my adventure. This last stretch involved a run through some rather narrow roads, which finally open up a bit once I cross over into Tamil Nadu. After days of driving on narrow country roads, it felt good to get a nice stretch of tarmac where I could really notch up the speed. Well, I finally made it to the southernmost tip of India. I'm out here in Kanyakumari, and this is Land's End. There's nothing beyond this. And I've done it with an electric vehicle all the way from Goa, covering over 1,000 kilometers. Needless to say, it's been a journey that's worth remembering. It's been an amazing coastal adventure, and there's really no better place to end my drive. The Mercedes EQB 350 has not only proven its mettle as a luxury vehicle, but has also redefined what it means to embark on an electrifying adventure. With its eco-conscious design, refined comfort, and impressive performance, the EQB stands as a symbol of a greener and more exhilarating future of exploration.